Hello there. Today I'd like to talk about my favourite fishing book. Well, it was bought for me as a present in 1962, so I've had it quite a long time. I had other fishing books before that, but this one is special. This one was written by Bernard Venables, who is a famous artist, fisherman, and author. The book's called Mr Crabtree Goes Fishing, and it was published by the Daily Mirror, and it cost 5 shillings. It was a fairly cheap production, but it's a lovely book, and it certainly inspired me to be an all-round fisherman, not just concentrating on coarse fish or game fish. The book describes itself as a guide in pictures to fishing around the year, and that is certainly what it does. It features Mr Crabtree and his son Peter, and Mr Crabtree is teaching Peter his fishing throughout the year. They start in the winter, and they go into the spring, the summer, and then the autumn. Bernard wrote many books, and he used to appear on television occasionally and on the radio. He had a wonderful philosophy of life, and his love of nature comes through his writings. When this book was written, I think a lot more people went fishing than they do now. I don't think youngsters go quite as much as we used to go. We were used to the pages of a comic, so this book was really an extension of that. And the book explains all you need to know about fishing: what baits to put on, the floats, the spinners, and the flies. You can see some of the landscapes and river scenes that Bernard Venables has painted. You can see that he's got a feel for nature, and he was a very good artist. When it came to the paintings of fish, which is always difficult to get underwater references, he really did know how to paint fish. The book is an example of another age. To modernise the equipment that Bernard Venables was using to fish with, it was pretty old-fashioned compared to what the fishermen can buy today. Fishing equipment was a lot more expensive than it is today. On my first fly rod, I actually sent for some split cane blanks and made the rod myself. And of course we made our own flies. When I look at the fly fishing page, I can remember following very carefully how Mr Crabtree cast his fly. Then there were the names of the flies which sounded like magic: Blue Dun, Olive Dun, Greenwell's Glory, Iron Blue Dun, Gold-ribbed Hare's Ear, Tups Indispensable, Cochabundi, the Older, the March Brown, and the names just went on and on. Fascinating to hear. Long before I went fly fishing, these names were in my head. And as you look through these pages and you see Mr Crabtree and Peter in their sports jackets, I can remember going fishing with a tweed jacket, old tweed jacket, and I always wore a tie. The idea was to look respectable. It was a simpler age, well before the internet, but I think, strangely enough, fishing has taken on a new life actually with the internet. YouTube is full of fishing videos and stories, so I think there's a French proverb that says the more things change, the more things stay as they are, and they just stay as they are in a different form. Not only did this little book inspired me to fish, it also inspired me to paint. And I mean, take this lovely picture of a perch. And this is one that I've attempted to do, and that's my version of a perch. And there is something about painting fish. You have to use a lot of imagination to imagine you're under the water. There's a grayling, and there's a tench and a carp. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video about a fishing book. If you did, please click a like and maybe subscribe. Goodbye for now.